Yo, this is the first episode, All Things Money.
Yeah.
Let's clap it up.
Okay.
Let's drink to it.
Let's toast up.
My name is Shayla, and this is...
My name is Dele. A little bit about me. I'm a software engineer, real estate investor, crypto investor, stock investor, own a family franchise, Teriyaki Madness. We also do that. Shayla, what about you?
I do a little bit here and there. Real estate investor, in the stock market, REIT. I'm also an author. I'm just an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
As far as job, I don't really want to get into it too much details. I heard somebody say, a job is like a business partner, things like that. So it's not forever. So you know what I mean.
Yeah, Shayla, I like the books that you be writing, bro.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And both of them.
Appreciate it, man.
Y'all gotta check that out.
Appreciate it, man. It's on Amazon.
So how'd you get into investing? Oh
man. So I think after college, and I got my quote unquote big boy job, but I really didn't know finances, so I found myself like living check to check, and although I had good money coming in, I just never seen it, and things like that. So I started reading like financial books, and that just intrigued me to want to start getting investing and things like that. And then once I started realizing that, I don't have to work till I'm like 60, 65 years old to reap the rewards of my working. So then that's how I really got into investing. What about you?
Yeah, I first got into investing probably because of COVID. During COVID times, the hike, which was like around March.
Yeah.
What was it, 2020?
Yeah, March 2020, yeah.
I had got some calls from my cousins saying, the market is at an all-time low and you need to take advantage of it. So, so said, so done.
Wait, which cousin?
For Lauren.
The one we went to Cali with.
Yeah. He was in Cali. I think we was in Vegas, and then we linked up with your guys in LA. Yeah. Had some fun.
Summer 16, man.
That was summer 16?
Yeah, summer 16.
Okay.
Yeah, summer 16.
Yeah, so he had told me this is an opportunity of a lifetime. You don't want to look back 10 years from now and say I missed out, or I shoulda, coulda, woulda, that kind of thing. Yeah. So another cousin had called me. Was like, yo, I just downloaded Robinhood. You should download it too. I got all these stocks. You should get them. So that was really, my helping hand as far as, getting into the investing space.
That's what's up.
So, yeah. How's the journey been so far as far as investment goes?
Man, lot of ups and downs, and like I got in like kind of around the same time that you got in, and that was a really good time to get in, because like a lot of stocks was down, they was slowly creeping up, so you really got to see that fast money and things like that. So it's been good and bad, and it's also been teaching me a lot about patience. It's definitely in the stock market is a game of patience and things like that. How you really gotta, like, when it's up, it's a good time, but when it's down, you gotta be able to like weather that storm and not, get scared and pull your money out and things like that. So it's definitely been a game of patience. About you?
Yeah, just to piggyback basically off what you just said, stocks really teach you patience.
Yeah,
the game of patience, and honestly, it's a mind game. At that, you know what I mean? It's really a mental game.
That's the best way to describe it.
It's a mental game.
Yeah,
it's a mind game.
It really is.
Because, it could go up and it can also go down.
Yeah,
the more you put in, the more, you the return. But the more, you could also put in is more of the risk, the more the loss.
Yeah.
So, so far, honestly, for me, I fell in love with the game of, investing and putting my money into something, doing my research, then putting my money into something, and then seeing whether it succeeded or failed. You know what I mean?
Yo, I remember the time I fell in love with investing. And mind you, before then, like it was only like a couple. Only I had like a couple dollars. I was slowly trying to get my finances together. So it was, 50 $60. But when I put that money in, I woke up and I seen like $1. I was like, yo, this is it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I was sleeping and I woke up and I got this money. So I'm like, yo, there's a, you know what I mean? Like, we don't gotta do, like, I was necessarily thinking that, yo, I had to really work to get paid and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that really changed my whole
What
perspective.
was your
And
first
that's,
investment,
oh man, my first,
or the first dollar you made, or you know what I mean? What was the first?
I want to say it. I can't remember exactly the first one, but I'm pretty sure it was a dividend.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, cause yeah, it was a dividend. And that's when I really like got really excited because I was like, yo, I'm putting my money and I'm getting paid to get it. Like I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like I never, like, they didn't teach this stuff.
They
I
want,
didn't
yeah.
I didn't really learn this. I was like, yo, so I'm giving them money and I'm getting paid, and I'm on compound interest. That was like, it was so beautiful, and I love it. I love it.
Yeah. I remember when I first got into investing, my strategy was basically I target all the sectors that got hit by COVID the worst. So travel, stuff like that, hotels and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So basically, my whole thing was airlines.
Yeah. I remember that because
Yeah.
I think I had dibbled and dabbled in Delta,
Yeah.
and you was in and then
I was in Spirit and United. Those were the first two I
okay,
ever
okay,
bought.
okay.
I think I put almost like a grand in each,
Yeah, yeah,
almost.
yeah, yeah.
Because I know, number one, people were still traveling during COVID,
Right,
so I
right.
knew people were gonna travel. People would like to travel the cheapest way possible,
Yeah, yeah.
and then spend the most money when they're on their
Why
vacation.
why did you choose Spirit though?
Basically because I know like my like people around my age or the younger ones,
Oh, okay, yeah,
they
yeah,
like
yeah,
to
yeah,
just
yeah.
they didn't care about COVID,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they're taking Spirit, going to Miami, all those hot spots. And I also looked at the charts, so I did almost like you could say a technical analysis basically, and I looked at the 5 year difference between when COVID hit and what it was 5 years, like the price it was trading at 5 years prior, and I saw that I bought I believe Spirit at like 11, $12, and 5 years ago it was trading at maybe 60, $70.
Yeah.
So I knew the market will open up again, people will start flying again. So it was a matter of time before things would just go back up. So I was like, this is a no brainer. So yeah, that's I made my first dollar from Spirit and United.
Are you in crypto?
Yeah, I'm big on crypto. I'm actually addicted to buying crypto. Like, I'm very addicted to the point where I hear something before I even do my research. I just put $100 in there. You know what I mean? Just because it's so cheap.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And I made most of my money. The most money I ever seen in my life was actually from a crypto you had put me onto.
Hey.
You know what I mean? So, it's been a blessing. Even though the crypto is at the time right now isn't at its best, but at the time, actually I can say the crypto, Dogecoin. I had got Dogecoin. Actually, I can tell you the story around that. I was in a meeting with Shaler. We have this other business venture that we're on. He had brought up Dogecoin, and I guess he can give you a background story to how he got into Doge
Yeah.
first before I even go into mine.
Yeah, so like a lot of times when I was investing, I had like maybe a couple dollars left over after I bought my shares, and I was like, yo, I'm just gonna put it in this because at the time it was like, because I had got in Doge like early before it got all this hype and stuff like that.
Ben.
So yeah,
Ben on.
yeah, I Ben was on it. So then
How'd you hear about it?
I didn't hear about it. I just I looked at the crypto list and I was like, yo, this is the cheapest.
Oh, wow.
You never know.
Okay.
So I'm like, and then I seen back then it went to 1 cent, and I'm like, yo, I mean, if I could just add up, I take the cent profit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna put the loose dollars in there, and then I was like, yo, I'm gonna tell my people, you know what I mean, like, yo, to get on. So what Deli was talking about. So when we had the meeting, so I told them about it. I told some other people about it. I told my girlfriend about it too, and my old roommate as well, my friend. So we was all on it. So I was like, yo, if I'm gonna eat, what I mean, I want everybody else to eat. So
Facts.
so everybody got on. I was like, yo, get on, get on, get on. I kept telling people to get on. And I remember when it started to rise. A funny story. So it was my roommate and my girlfriend, and we all had it, and we just seen the money just coming in, and then like of course like the business chat, we all talking about like, yo, it's going up, it's going up. So you know what I mean, that was a real good experience. But you can go ahead.
Yeah, so like Shayla was just saying, we was in a business meeting about a different business with some other guys, and he had brought up Dogecoin because before the meeting we would talk about business investments, what everybody got going on. You know what I mean? So he had brought up Dogecoin, and that's actually not his first time bringing it up to me. I just didn't pay no mind. So he kept saying Dogecoin, Dogecoin, and he was like, "Yo, I'm telling you." And he had said, whatever Elon touches is gold. And I never knew at the time Elon was behind it. I didn't really know. I know Elon was behind Tesla and all that, but I didn't really know too much about him, except that he get money.
Yeah.
So I did my research. It's very important. Always do your research. So I did my research on Elon, and I was like, you know what? I didn't realize how many projects he was a part of.
Yeah,
PayPal, Tesla. Let me put a couple hundred down in Doge. Fell asleep. Had a dream about something. Woke me up. I was like, you know what? I gotta go big. So I put a couple of racks down, whatever. And this at the time, it was trading at like 1 cent, 2 cents, nothing major. So you can imagine, you know what I mean. And at this time, I got in the perfect time because this is when things were hot, or the tea kettle was bubbling. You know what I mean? So that next week or 2 weeks, things started going crazy. 5 cents, 10 cents, 15, going up. As the price was going up, I'm adding. You know what I mean? I'm adding racks. Give me that. You feel me? So boom. And then it reached a high of 75. To the point where you told me and I was telling others. So as the chat was updating, like, yo, it's at 6 cents, 7 cents.
Yeah.
People were texting me like, oh my god, and I mean, how many texts I got? Because a lot of people will reach out to me about like investing, like how do I do it, or what should I invest in, or how much should I put in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But people who did were calling me like, oh my god, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, they were so happy because it almost felt like cheating.
Yo, oh my, yo.
You know what I mean?
It's like a hack. Like I'm like, you telling me if I put this money in this, this app, that it's gonna flip, it's gonna triple, it's gonna, you know what I mean? Like I was so amazed, and that, like, it's such a good feeling, like putting your money in a place and seeing it grow. I can't
Better feeling.
I can't even describe it. It's
no better feeling.
It's something that you really gotta experience, like just seeing your money, and then like, especially if it's more than what you make in 2 weeks.
Sure.
Yo,
it has you thinking differently.
I'm like, yo, I was sitting from the comfort of my bed, and I was making more money than going to work and doing all this extra stuff. And I'm like, yo, definitely is a priceless. I mean, we was hyped, yo. I remember I came to the living room, start playing music and stuff like that. We was all laughing and had a good time, and that's. Yo, that's.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
It was beautiful.
I ain't gonna lie. I have put like maybe like 6-7 grand in Dogecoin.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
And not all the way, but I had put like 6-7 grand in Dogecoin. And when it was going up, the people I would tell would like wake me up in the morning like 9 a.m. Oh my god, look. This shit's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I used to wake up, take a shot at tequila. Like, yo, I'm up. Forget about work. Forget about clocking in. I didn't care what was going on.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
Yo, let me tell you.
I was the happiest, bro.
When I was like, when that shit started happening, I was like, yo, I don't gotta do, like, I would log I would log into work, like, if I would see the numbers, I was like, yo, I don't have to be here anymore. Like, yo, nah, for real. Like, that's like where you start to like evaluate like your situation, your surrounding. Like, yo, if somebody say something I don't like, I can just leave. Because right now, I'm like, yo. So that was like, man, I can't even describe it. It's such a beautiful.
And it's funny because that's actually, I've been on some like entrepreneurial mindset or like money mindset since I was a kid. Yeah. But like that whole Dogecoin situation, I was like, yo, I was looking at my Robinhood. Yeah. I'm like, yo, people live a lifetime and don't see this money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, people would, work doubles, 80 hours a week, 60 hours a week, 40 hours a week, overtime. And all they could do is put $1,000 in at the right time, press a couple buttons, and their life can change forever.
And you know what? That type of thinking, and like, cause like I would also be around people who wasn't into investing and stuff like that, and I'm like, it's kind of like, leaving the matrix and that kind of whole thing, and you kind of seeing people like you want to reach so many more people, and like, yo, you don't gotta. There's this thing called investing, like you can put your money there. So that's really how I got into like writing books and things like that, just for people who, you know what I mean, I didn't really know about investing and things like that. So that's really how I got into it.
Facts. Yeah, man. It's been a hell of a journey so far.
Yeah, man. I'm happy with it. It's lot, couple lows, lot of lows. Yeah. But the highs, man.
The highs is nothing.
It's not like
beat the lows.
Yeah, it's nothing like it. Just be patient, ride it out, and things like that. Like it's good.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to push P.
Yo, that's one of my favorite songs. Like,
yeah, pushing P.
Word, I'm telling you,
man. Investing into stocks, crypto, investing periods, pushing P.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So,
but we're gonna say
we're gonna discuss pushing P
on the next episode.
On the next episode at a later date.
Thank y'all for listening. I appreciate it. Check us out, All Things Money, on Instagram.